So we should be used to quadratic equations. They're always going to have basically an x squared in them. So when you're looking for, quadratic equation, it's going to have that parabola shape, which is going to look like that. Could point down depending on it. It also has a vertex on it, just like the absolute value did. So it's got a vertex or a turning point, which is going to be a maximum or minimum. We're basically looking for something with an x squared in it. There are other things that form parabolas that are not necessarily quadratic, but quadratic specifically means that we're looking for an x squared in our equation. Polynomial. These can be all kinds of different things. They're going to have, polynomial means many terms, so they could have in them third powers, fourth powers, sixth powers. I noticed I've got a mistake there. I meant to have a squared there. And there's one thing that I want to look at. So they behave differently depending on the degree, which is the highest. Remember, the degree is the highest exponent that you see. The one that's here goes in opposite directions, so it goes down like that and goes up like that. So its degree is going to need to be odd because the tails go in opposite directions. You could also see a graph that kind of behaves like this, that goes off in the same directions. That's going to have an even degree. I'm not exactly sure if that's something that could pop up, but it is something to kind of understand. That's not incredibly difficult, to remember. When it points off in the same direction like that, it has an even degree because it kind of looks like a parabola. This is kind of a combination of two different parabolas here, and they can be all kinds of different things. Rational functions are going to have division. So rational functions are going to have division, so they can have asymptotes. All right, and asymptotes, just in case we're not sure what those are lines that a graph never crosses. Lines a graph does not hit or cross. All right, so it could have one asymptote. Sometimes they have two. They're going to be horizontal or vertical lines, and we'll need to be able to figure out the equations of them quite often, which we will deal with later on.